my beautiful friends, and welcome to my channel. This is Nova Gnome Creations, and I'm Nova, and I am so happy to see you today. I hope you are doing well, and I hope you and your loved ones are taking care of the best that you can. Hopefully you guys are having a great weekend so far, or a great, well, almost weekend so far. I hope you guys had a great week. Today is Friday, and I am hopping on here to let you guys know what's up. So, Fridays are sometimes, typically, community spotlights. And I did mention recently about possibly not doing community spotlights every Friday if I didn't feel like I got enough entries, or if I just wanted a little bit of a breather, I would roll them over to the next week. And that's just because I'm giving myself that little bit of space, that little bit of grace, to take things at a good pace. I feel like that all rhymed way too much, and I've had like a Dr. Seuss moment there. A little bit of space, a little bit of grace to take things at my own pace. Is that gonna be like my new mantra? Anyways, guys, so this is gonna be a Friday where I do not do a community spotlight. I don't feel like I have enough entries to do a very good community spotlight, or like a very full community spotlight. I shouldn't say a very good one, because even with one entry it would still be a good community spotlight, but I would like to have, you know, a decent little handful. So I am gonna go ahead and roll over the community spotlight until next week. So next Friday, I will make a community spotlight video. You guys have all week to get in your makes, and then they will be in that video. And if you did already send in any makes, thank you so much. Don't worry, I always make sure they end up in a video. I don't open those emails until it is time for community spotlight, so they stay bold-faced and unopened in my email, and I know they haven't been included in a video. So I always make sure that they end up in a video. Like I said, whether it's this one, or if I don't do one this Friday, then it will always be the next video. By the way, if you're interested in being part of that, Community Spotlight is a video where I spotlight you guys. I do it on Fridays, and it is where I come on here and I sometimes show you guys something I've been up to. I tell you guys what's up, you know, that kind of stuff. And then I go into my email and I get out all of your guys' makes. I get all the pictures, all the infos, and I put together a montage of what you guys have been up to. It's a really good way to share what you've been up to with people who are gonna be appreciative of it, people who have the same mutual interests as you. And it's also a really good place to get inspo for you, for your projects, you know, seeing what other people have been up to. It's also just fun if you're into crafty stuff. You like to see other crafty stuff, and it's just fun to be able to see it all collected together in a nice little handy video, you know. And if you would like to participate in that, then you can drink some water. You can send me an email at novagnomecreations@gmail.com. That email is in the description box below this video and all of my videos. Just send me an email with community spotlight as the subject line, and then in the description, or in the body of the email, make sure you attach your photos. You can send as many as you want. It does not have to be crochet. It can be any crafted thing that you have made. And then you got to attach your name. Let me know what name you want to go by. It does not have to be your full name. Doesn't even have to be your real name. If you want to go by Joe Schmo, you want to go by Papa Smurf, you want to go by your Instagram handle, your YouTube name, whatever you want. I am good with it as long as it's not going to get me banned from YouTube. So let me know what you want me to credit you as. I'm going to put that in there. Say, hey, this was Joe Schmo that made this. Look at this awesomeness. If you want me to shout out like your Instagram or your YouTube or your Etsy, feel free to let me know those, and I am happy to give you a little shout out. Apart from that, you're not recommended. You're not required to put anything else other than whatever you feel like putting. I am fine with you giving me more info. I'm fine with you chatting, whatever. I don't require anything else. I try to keep it really simple. So that's all you got to do if you want to participate. And on the same token, tomorrow is Saturday. It's the first Saturday of the month. If you guys have been around a little while, you might be like, oh, Gnome of the Month reveal day. So what I've been doing for over a year now is first Saturday of the month is Gnome of the Month reveal day. Last Saturday of the month is Gnome of the Month. On Gnome of the Month, I show you guys the gnome I've been making in secret all month and haven't been telling you guys about. And I also show you guys what gnomes you have been getting up to all month. You are welcome to send in as many gnomes as you want. It doesn't have to be crocheted, it can be any crafty medium. You send it in the same way I just said with Community Spotlight, except for put Gnome of the Month in the subject line, and send pictures of your gnomes. And then I also show you guys my gnome. But that first Saturday of the month, what I usually do is I come on and I just tell you kind of my thoughts for that month. What am I thinking about making? Am I going to be doing a crochet along? Am I going to be releasing a pattern? Do I know what I want to make? Am I going to use someone else's pattern and make my own creation? That kind of thing. I actually think I am going to get rid of the first Saturday, the reveal video, and I'm just going to stick with that once a month, the last Saturday of the month, Gnome of the Month video. I don't think I need to do a reveal video every month. Sometimes it's just not necessary. And I think that it would even be more exciting to you guys if you don't know what I'm making. So I think I'm going to leave it open and just make that last Saturday of the month. I'll still remind you guys throughout the month the way that I already do to send in your Gnome of the Month makes. But I think I'm just going to nix that first Saturday, like reveal Gnome of the Month video, because if I'm doing a crochet along, releasing a pattern, anything like that, I can do that without having to have that like specific day to do it or to tell you about it, because I don't normally release the pattern that day or release the crochet along that day. I just tell you, hey, I'm going to be making a crochet along. Keep your eyes peeled. It'll be here sometime this month. So I think I'm going to change the way I do that just a little bit. Last Saturday of the month still going to be Gnome of the Month. I just don't think the reveal day is necessary, and I think that it leaves it a little bit more free flowing and like up for whatever I do that month to not have that video. So obviously I'll still make videos whenever I want to about whatever I want to, but I just don't think that having a reveal video is necessary every month. But if I'm gonna be doing like a crochet along and stuff, I'll definitely let you guys know. All right, so now that I got the brass tacks out of the way, let's go ahead and have some fiber fun. Let's talk about the fibery stuffs. So I got a couple things to show you guys today. The first thing is, since we've been talking about gnomes, this isn't a Gnome of the Month, but I can give you guys a little gnome tax. You may recognize this gnome if you've been around for a while. This gnome might look familiar to you. So this was a gnome that I made quite some time ago. I would say at least a year ago, I made this gnome. Now, I don't know how well this lighting is going to pick up. It might be too bright. Let's see. There we go. That might be a little bit better. So I made this gnome, but ever since I made it, I didn't really like it. And the reason I didn't really like it, I'm going to do my best to find a picture of this gnome, by the way, and I'll pop it up over here before I modified it. I didn't really like it because I put a ribbon around its waist. The ribbon was really colorful, and I did it because I felt like it needed something. I didn't like it, and I hot glued it all the way around, so I felt like I kind of was stuck with it. So it's just kind of been stuck at the back of my crocheted stuff, not really being a favorite, and just sort of hidden away. So I pulled it back out and I made it a little skirt. This is not attached in any way. I just slid it on. I did a chain, measured around the circumference so that I would know how long the chain needed to be. And then I used this white sparkly yarn. It's got like gold in it to make it a skirt. And what I did was I made a chain and then I chained 5 and then I would skip a stitch. So I chained 5, slip stitch, chain 5, slip stitch. Did that all the way around. Then I did chain 3, go to the next slip stitch or not the next slip stitch, the next like in the middle of those 5 chains I did, and would slip stitch there. Chain 3, slip stitch into that middle of the 5. Chain 3, slip stitch into the next middle of the 5. I did that all the way around. Then I went back and did the same thing again. I switched to doing 5, and then I would go into the middle of the previous round's chain 3 that I did. I did that a few times, and I ended on a round of doing the chain 3s and slip stitching into the middle of the chain 5s. And it made this kind of cute lattice effect. And I think it's so cute. And it added that little bit of something that I felt like it was missing. And then I also felt like the hat needed something to kind of tie the white in. So I went and got this little flower out that has these little white centerpieces and this little like gem in the middle, like little fake diamond, and put it on the hat. and I just hot glued that onto the hat, and I love it now. I actually think that this is so much cuter. I actually like it now. And I'm proud of it. I just, like I said before, I felt really crappy about it. I did not like it. So I'm happy now that this can be something I'm proud to like display, that I actually enjoy. Sometimes that happens, you know, we make things and they're just not our favorite creation. And that was what that was for me. So I was glad that I went back and revisited it and spunked it up, made it into something a little cooler. The next thing that I have for you guys is kind of a project I've been working on for a while. So sort of, I would say even long awaited maybe. Something you guys have been knowing about for a few months. And it is this, which was going to be a dragon, but it is currently living its best life as a dinosaur because I do not feel like making wings. I'll be completely honest. That is the reason. I just do not feel like making wings for it right now. And I don't foresee myself feeling like making wings in the near future. So it is going to happily live its best life as a dinosaur. And then eventually I will probably make it wings and actually finish it into a dragon. But currently I'm just not feeling doing that. So I wanted to finish it though. I wanted to have this completed. And so I'm really glad that I did because I can still make wings and add them to it, and do anything I want with it really. I could add as much stuff as I want to it, but I went ahead and assembled it and finished off making things. I had all these spikes to make and this headpiece to make, and I did kind of go rogue a little bit. Like this headpiece is not like how it's supposed to be. I made it differently. I made the tail differently. I made the spikes differently, kind of did my own thing with them. But this is, by the way, a Crafty Intentions pattern, or Megan Lapp, as you may know her. I have her mythical Crochet Creatures of Myth and Legends book, and I just put it back on my bookshelf, so I do not have it over here right now. But that is what I used to do this. I did the sitting legs, the standing front legs, the sitting back legs. This is the 3 colored spikes. I don't remember what headpiece this is, but I modified it so much that it's not really the headpiece it was anyways. And then I sewed it on in a different way too. And I really love how it came out. I love the way that that looks. And then I used some sparkly blue eyes. And this was my like unicorn yarn. And when I say unicorn, I don't mean it looks like a unicorn. I mean, this was like my unicorn, my special thing. So this was the Hobie Universe yarn that I was so excited about. This was like a holy grail yarn for me. A yarn that I thought was so beautiful. I always wanted to make something out of it. I finally got to order it and I knew I wanted to make something really cool and special with it. And this is what I made. I still had plenty of this yarn to make other projects and to eventually make wings for this whenever I'm feeling like doing that. Right now, I really am happy with it how it is. I will, of course, would love to finish it into a dragon, but making the wings is going to be a really big undertaking that I just do not feel like doing. It just sounds so finicky right now that I'm just not in the mood to do it. But I really love how it came out. I will say that this is a finicky thing to make in general. This was probably, I think I could say without a question of a doubt, probably one of the most complex patterns that I've done, but it works. Like it really comes out so cute, so gorgeous, and I really love it. I love it, and I'm really glad I made it. Yeah, there's really not much more to say about it. I just wanted to show it to you guys. I'm really proud of it. It'll be cool when it has wings, but I hope you guys like it now too. I know that you're probably over there like, just make wings, finish the thing, but I don't wanna. And I love it right now. So you know what? It's gonna stay like this. And I did put wire in it, by the way. It has wire all throughout the arms, the head, the body, the tail, which is part of what makes it so finicky to make, is putting that wire throughout, but it's also what makes it so sturdy. And it does stand, by the way, like absolutely no problem standing. It's super, like the pattern is super awesome. It is like, I would not call it a beginner friendly pattern. But if you know how to make amigurumi and you're like up for a challenge, this is a gorgeous pattern, and it has so much customization options for it. I really loved it, and I definitely plan on making more things from that book. I have made 3 other things from that book that I have shown you guys before. I have made a phoenix, I've made a baby dragon, and I've made a unicorn. Some of those things are back here in the background. The baby dragon is right here if you can see it. It's this like pinky purpley thing. And the unicorn is somewhere around here. It's white, but my numbers for how long this video is are right there, so I don't know. But I know it's in that location. And then the phoenix has already gone to its home, but it was a like pink and silver and light blue. It was in trans flag colors. Yeah, so that's what I've made out of that book so far. Anyways, guys, that's what I've got to show you, and kind of the lowdown on what's going on as far as like videos go. Community Spotlight will recommence next Friday, and like I said, Gnome of the Month reveal day, I'm just gonna go ahead and nix that for now. I just don't think it's necessary every month to require it of myself, because it's just not always necessary. But I do have a video guide for you guys tomorrow, so make sure you pop back in. It's something a little special and different from normal content. So I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Oh, and I am gonna be live on I think it's on Mad Mimi's Crochet and Farming channel. I was trying to remember if it was on Jan's channel or Lala's. I think it's on Lala's channel, but I will link that in the description box also. Also, did I say I was linking anything else? I don't think I did. I will link this book in the description box. I will link that channel. I'm going to be live on there tomorrow for the Hooker versus Hooker showdown. So we're going to be throwing down, showing down, and seeing who wins for my month that I'm part of for Hooker versus Hooker. Guys, send me all of your luck. It's going to be voting, by the way, also. So if you wanted to participate in the voting for the winner, you guys got to be there tomorrow. I think it's at 2 my time. I will share it on my community page also. The live that you can like notify, you can like click notify and it'll remind you when it gets close to time. But yeah, so I hope to see you guys there. It would be super, super awesome. I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your day. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.